too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Okay, ready?
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. When you're sitting inside the top 25 halfway through the season, the goal is clear. Win out. Hope you get a little bit of help because this party only has a dozen spots.
And it starts with winning out and taking care of business. And that starts today, right? Like every single game has to matter. It has to count. You got to look at yourself and say, how do we continue to grow, get better? And then, Jesse, let the dominoes fall where they fall.
That's it. And this is a top 25 team right now that I think has really good leadership inside the locker room. And these guys are really dedicated and focused on making sure this team worries about the opponent today. The rest of college football is going to take care of itself. This whole picture could look entirely different by the time this day is done, but you got to handle your business and get this win.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Bryant. Sets up the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. Gets the back moving. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And it's not a decision time. You're going for this. You're near midfield. Sometimes those punts will go in the back of the end zone. You're going to net like 25, 30 yards at the most. No. Get the big boy pads on. Strap the extra mouthpiece. Let's go get the 1st down.
This move just oozes confidence, going for it on 4th down from their own side of the field. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Leaves it with the running back. Plows through the defense. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And some room to work. There he goes. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Leach. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Dropping back, it's Berry. Fires to the big fella. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Back to pass, it's Berry. throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Running back searching for a hole. Runs through a tackle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
They get to him as he throws. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Got it in the middle. It's Woodhead. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Presley. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Grab near the marker. It's Leach. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
With the catch, it's Woodhead. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Finds his big tight end. On the move at the 30. Flying down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 7 over Alabama. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He wants to change this route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going right to work up top. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. Turning it on! Touchdown, UNC! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. They're working that left side.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Presley. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Across the 45. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy...
Oh, he's got some space. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. Running to Green. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, this guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw on the previous play, and now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's 1st down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. The Noles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, looking to pass. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
Out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Tar Heels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Buys a little time with his feet. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
Fights off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. There on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Berry. Dances away to buy time. Caught near the sticks, it's Woodhead. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now, 1st and goal.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And the Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again.
It's picked off. That's number 10. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Pressure coming. Got his man downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, if you're going to get 1st downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick pass on the fly motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Bryant. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to run for it. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They move on top here in the 4th.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Ole Miss came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Things have not gone the way. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Well, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Wants to throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Can't get him to the ground.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. The Seminoles are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the...
There he goes! And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. At the 35, he's loose. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, North Carolina! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, man. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Flushed out of the pocket. Release to the back. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Presley. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw again. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Punch it out of the air. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So an 82-yard drive there. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Bryant. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The Tar Heels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Makes the grab on the left. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. He's like a loose boulder, just caroms his way to the 32. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. It's good! A booming kick to win the game! And with that field goal, they now have the lead. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got